Hi everyone! In today's video, we're going to talk about cryonics, or the process of freezing a dead organism and then reviving it. Also, note this video is only an overview of the basic process of cryonics, so this process may change as our knowledge of the science evolves. Also, there is a clear distinction between cryonics and cryogenics. Cryogenics is the study of what happens in cold temperatures, and cryonics is the study of the process of freezing organisms. On with the show. First thought of in 1962 by a physics teacher named Robert Ettinger, the basic idea of cryonics is that if someone gets frozen in the past and then thawed in the future, they would still be alive, and that they are still the same age at which they were frozen, and that they can be revived from whatever killed them. Also, cryonics is not some kind of sci-fi novella plot device. It is actually a process that is firmly rooted in scientific research. There are even many foundations/companies that offer a cryogenic membership. The Alcor Foundation offers a membership of around $400 a year, which is really expensive. So, the basic process goes like this. When someone is legally dead or their heart stops beating, a medical team springs into action and takes the dead corpse to the nearest facility. Next, a group of scientific experts inject the body with something called a cryoprotectant. This cryoprotectant is used because the water in our cells will expand when frozen and then shatter, turning you into a really gross pile of frozen human stuff, which isn't good if you want to live. So then, a cryoprotectant is used as an antifreeze so that you don't die when they freeze you. Then comes the actual freezing. This is called vitrification. So vitrification goes like this. The corpse is put inside a liquid nitrogen vat and then frozen to a balmy negative 196 Celsius. To put that in perspective, the coldest place on Earth is Antarctica. Now imagine going there without any layers on, and you are submerged inside an ice-cold liquid tub and shoved inside some kind of high-power freezer. All the while, a bunch of ice cubes are packed around you, and you are screaming murder. ×2. Now's the hard part, the thawing of the corpse. How do you introduce water back into the corpse? You can't just take some cryopreservant away from the body and just shove some water bottle inside down their throat. Can't do that. And how do you revive what killed them in the first place? Like, you can't just say, I'm gonna revive you from heart attack because I said so. You can't do that. And we have made progress, though. For example, some scientists have cryogenically frozen and revived a rabbit kidney and implanted it inside a rabbit, and it worked. Until the scientists killed it to study it more. And some other people, they actually used nematode worms, and they froze those nematode worms and brought them back to life. And we actually have some common examples of cryogenics, which are scientists use cryogenics to cryonics to freeze embryos and then reimplant them into surrogate mothers. So how can normal, commoner flesh people like us get cryogenically frozen? Good question. If you want to go to the more high-end companies and freeze your whole body, you will have to work hard. The U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, or BLS, estimates that the average U.S. worker earns $51,168 per year, before tax that is, as of 2020. And if you want to get your full corpse frozen at Alcor, you will have to work for 1,747.2 days. Non-stop. Forgoing all food, water, clothing, shelter, and evading taxes for 1,747 days. That seems like too much. I'd rather just get a funeral like a normal person. Thanks for joining me on this episode, and I will see you next time.